Hello everyone, and welcome to the team builder for week 1 of the PUDL. Very excited to start this new league. Week 1 we take on Entry Hazard Gaming, also known as Follow Brandon, who's a very experienced player from what I've heard, so I'm very nervous because I'm extremely new compared to him. So we'll see how this goes. And yeah, let's just go right into the team builder. So, first of all, we have Dino Piranha, the Ogapon Hearthflame. The guy that everyone thinks shouldn't be on this team, but I think Rain isn't as good in this matchup. I think he'll be expecting it, so I'm trying to throw him off a bit by not bringing the Rain week 1. So, obviously, we have the Hearthflame mask we have to wear. We're running Ivy Cudgel, which is not grass type, it's fire type. Knockoff to not get rid of items. Stomping Tantrum. We speed tie the Iron Moth because we're max speed, so potentially we could just one-hit KO that thing with a Stomping Tantrum if it's not like a speed boosting item like Scarf or Booster Energy. And it also allows us to hit a few things, like if we want to hit Metagross without risking like Garchomp coming in, because Garchomp, Rough Skin, Rocket Helmet I think is coming this week, just because I have so many physical threats that would be chipped down really heavily by it. So it gives us a non-contact move because, yeah, we don't want to make contact with this thing. And Spikes are just because he has a lot of grounded things, and I don't know if Enam looks the greatest into my team, so I brought Spikes because I think they could do some good chip for us. Barrascuda, Chain Chomp. We are protective pads for aforementioned Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin, Garchomp. It allows us to just flip turn and liquidation about do big damage. This thing is so fast even without the rain. Psychic Fang is potentially big screens or hit Iron Hand super effectively. Ice Fang also allows us to probably 2 KO a very defensive Garchomp if he is that Rocky Helmet set. So that's what that's for. The Wheezing, King Boo. We have Babiri Berry, that's for heavy slams from Iron Hands, and steel moves from Metagross that we can get a Will-O-Wisp on them. Pain Splits for healing, Strange Team just does damage. We're Misty Surge because if he does bring the Pink Urchin, we want to get rid of that terrain and not allow things like Iron Hands and Iron Moth to get boosts. T-Spikes because I think he might not bring Iron Moth just because of the rain. It'll be 50-50. I think he might bring like a Choice Scarf Iron Moth, which would outspeed a lot of things. But yeah, Toxic Spikes, if he does bring Iron Moth, we can click it in front of Iron Moth and just cause problems for his team. He probably will be running Rapid Spin Blastoise because he needs a defensive water type for me. But yeah, I think nonetheless it applies a lot of pressure, which we want to do. And it also is our obviously physically defensive option. Next up, we have Lakitu the Raikou, which is Choice Scarf and Terra Ice. And we're just running Thunderbolt, Scald, Terra Blast, Volt Switch. So yeah, we hit so much of his team really hard with this set. Like, even if like Garchomp is a swap in, then that thing is, if it's not Yachi Berry, taking so much from Terra Blast Ice. If we can catch it, I don't think we're max speed. We're enough speed to outspeed a boost speed or Choice Scarf Iron Moth. Just no speed. His team is like on the slow side. Like his fastest Pokemon is Iron Moth. I mean, generally he has good speed, like quite a few mons above 100. But our team has so many mons that are above 110 that we can apply a lot of pressure. So that's kind of the plan. Howlucha is Unburden Misty Sea to take advantage of that Misty Surge from Wheezing. If we do win the terrain war, we can set up. We have Encore to lock things in. Bulk up, we can get +1 defense from that, and then we'll be really defensive. Acrobatics obviously going to 110 after Armor's Deep Seed is popped. And Drain Punch. I think we have enough speed out here to outspeed, just enough speed to outspeed the Choice Scarf Iron Moth. So that's also nice. Drain Punch is obviously for recovery. I was thinking about Thunder Punch maybe before an Amorous, but I don't know if an Amorous comes once again. So I think just having Acrobatics is safer. Lastly, we have Terrapagos, Heavy Duty Boots, standard item. Bowser. We have Rapid Spin, Ice Beam, Earth Power. Earth Power is for like Iron Moth, Ice Beam for Garchomp. Ice Beam, Earth Power hits a lot of his team really well. Rapid Spin is for removing hazards, which we can swap in due to our boots. And Toxic is to hit something like Iron Hands or Blastoise that wants to sit in front of us. So yeah, that's the team for week 1, and I will see you lot in the battle. Hello everyone, and welcome to week 1 of the PUDL. I believe we're taking on Entry Hazard Gaming, Follow Brandon, who's a very experienced player, so I'm very nervous for this match. Let me just let him know I'm searching. Yeah, and we will get right into this battle. Let me pull up my counts. We'll give him the top champion. Yeah, let me pull up this. So I kind of have a general idea of what I think he'll bring. Okay, we do see Iron Moth, which is crazy. Iron Moth, Iron Hands, I kind of expected to be here. Zarude is a little bit interesting, but that was kind of good into me. Obviously, with all the water types I have. Metagross is also really good into me. Blastoise definitely had to be here. I think Iron Hands, Blastoise, and Garchomp always coming. Then the Iron Moth was like kind of the 50-50. We had Zarude and Metagross. He's already standing by. I think I want to lead Ogerpon here. We should outspeed everything except speed tying the Iron Moth unless it's booster energy. It's tough. I could just lead Raikou and outspeed everything. The only problem is if he led like Garchomp, that'd be a little bit annoying. I think I do want to lead the Raikou. Just looking at what he's brought, it's really solid into most things. Let me pull up Raikou on the calc. Mr. Lakitu. And we'll see what he leads here. So it looks like he's kind of either just making me think he's struggling with the decision, or he is struggling with the decision. I don't really mind. But I mean, we should outspeed everything that could possibly be led here. That's the one good thing about this matchup for us, is that most of our mons are very fast. Like, he leads the Zarude straight up. Do we just Terra Ice Terra Blast straight away? If he's like SD and we have an Ice Terra, we do 71% to no investment. Obviously, we showed our pressure. I think we can just Volt Switch in. Does he want to make the aggressive double immediately into Garchomp, though? That's the question. I mean, like, surely he has to be potentially throwing the Terra Blast Ice. I mean, like, you never make that play, because if I'm going for the Terra Blast Ice, I'm going for the Terra Blast Ice, right? It'd be such a aggressive play. If this is no investment, it should do like 15%. If it's like 252 HP, it should do like 13. Yeah, so it's going to be very tough to get a read on this one. If he does stay in. This is a tough decision for a early game. I think Raikou does a lot into this team. We are pressure. I didn't really see a need for an focus. He's just going to stay in. Volt Switch. Does a good little chunk there. That looks a little bit offensive, if I saw that correctly. We could go straight into Howlucha here. There's not much he could do. Like, what's he going to click into us? Potentially ground move? Other option is we could go like King Boo, or maybe just straight up go Ogerpon Hearthflame immediately and apply low pressure. Now, he could very easily be scoffed. If he is like, yeah, we would kill. I think it's not the worst play in the world. He would do like 38.7 to us with a max attack knockoff. We're going to break the mold. And he's going to go straight for the knockoff. Yep. So we're going to go down to 151. So we took 151 damage from that. So that is adamant? Question mark? That would be the absolute max roll on adamant. So, and we didn't see like a life orb. So we did do a good chunk with that hit. We did about like exactly 15. So I do think he's very aggressive and he's fast. We could just Ivy Cudgel here. We'll go for a spike. Early doors. Like, we would kill with an Ivy Cudgel. Even if he's max HP. Ivy Cudgel doesn't make contact. I think it's just Garchomp or thing. I'm just going to spike here. He is going to withdraw into what? So we're going to, knock off max attack. We didn't see item. It is the Garchomp, like I kind of expected. We're going to scatter our spikes, and then we're going to go straight out. Into... Do we go King Boo here? He could just go straight for his own hazards. Let me see how much I'm taking. With my Terrapagos here into his Garchomp. If he's defensive, we take absolutely nothing on the Terra Shell. Ice Beam, if he's max HP, does about 76%. Straight out into Bowser. And we're going to turn into Mr. Turtle Man himself. Does he go straight for the rocks? Okay. Not bad. This is our spinner. And we have our own hazards up, which will slowly start chipping his team. Do we go straight for the Ice Beam? Good Toxic. I'm just going to go for an Ice Beam here. He's going to withdraw into what? We could have spun. That's fine. Into the Lieutenant. Which is Iron Hands. Takes spikes. Okay. Takes an Ice Beam. Boom. Takes absolutely nothing from an Ice Beam. Which makes me think that you are super AV. Let me double check the percentages. It's like right around 80. So he took like 8. So yeah, that's like max HP, max SPDF. Max HP, max SPDF. If he is that defensive, then yeah, he's not going to be doing too much to us at all. So we're just going to go into King Boo. I don't necessarily want my Terra Shell broken this early. And we'll see damage here. Misty Surge goes up. And it's the Fake Out. 293 to 264. So 29 damage. Which looks about... There's some offense in this. But not too much. If this is like super defensive, it takes like 27 from a Strange Steam, which I don't really... need to necessarily take. Will-O-Wisp. What's his swap into this? Let's have a look. It's probably Blastoise. Do I go for the Toxic Spikes? I'm just going to Strange Steam here first turn. I want to see damage on this Blastoise. If it is Blastoise coming in. Blee. Don't know what that means. It's going to be the Iron Moth. I could have Toxic Spiked. It is not Boots. Do we get the 20% confusion? That took nothing. We don't get the confusion. I want to have a look at that. It is at just above 80, like 83-ish. That literally took like 5% from a Strange Steam. Which is probably normal, but we'll have a look. Yeah, that looks like it's not necessarily defensive. What's his play, though? Like, Sludge Wave is chunking us. Do we go into Terrapagos here? That is a question. He's doing absolutely nothing to us. If we just go Terrapagos here and our boots prevent those rocks from doing much. We could probably go for our Rapid Spin here because there's no Mismagius. It's Energy Ball. Ooh. Let's have a look at this. Down to 361. So we took 333 from that. That looks offensive. Which is to be expected here. And we're just going to spin. If he goes into Chomp, he goes into Chomp. It's Lieutenant, which I think is the Iron Hands again. We're going to get these hazards gone, which is nice. Boom. Spin those away. We still see no item, but I'm pretty sure it's a Assault Vest. Could go King Boo again. We're not going to take rocks this time. I think he might Heavy Slam this time is the only thing. We'll go aggressive and go Piranha Plant, but no, we don't need to. We could go into Lakitu. Lakitu. In front of an Iron Hands. Which is Assault Vest. You could just fake out here. Like, fake out looks really free. We're doing absolutely nothing to him. There's absolutely no reason to go there. We can just go into my Wheezing here. You can make the offensive double. That's fine by me. These spikes are starting to add up. If he clicks Heavy Slam, we have Babiri. It's Volt Switch. I do not mind. 264 to 206. These spikes will slowly start to add up. This could be Garchomp. Very easily be Garchomp. Fake out. Volt Switch. I'm pretty sure this is Assault Vest. We've seen Energy Ball. It doesn't look like the most offensive thing in the world. It could easily be Scarfed, is the thing. It is going to be Iron Moth again. And last time he clicked Energy Ball. Our Mist's going to disappear. Doesn't really matter much. Now we can't let our things get too low. In front of, not my Terrapagos, but my Wheezing. Fiery Dance is doing 51%. I could go for the T-Spike here. Should apply a lot more pressure onto his team. I'm going to go for the T-Spike here. It is Sludge Wave. 206 to 22. I'm thinking of sacking off Ogerpon at this point. Or do we sack off this? I'm just worried that Iron Hands is like super Spadeffi and is actually Chesto Berry and I've calced wrong. I want to look into my Terrapagos if it's at BBB 361. He's doing 26.9, which is fine. I do want to keep this around as a sack in front of Iron Hands. Is another Sludge Wave, which we're going to count. 361 to 262, no poison, it's like 99 damage. So yeah, it's not as offensive as I thought it would be. For sure. I'm just going to Earth Power here, I'm pretty sure. And we're going to see what he wants to do. He might just want to chip this down in all honesty, which is really not a bad option for him. Earth Power hits everything neutrally except that Zarude. And we have shown Ice Beam. He does withdraw. So he will be able to absorb those T-Spikes later. Varick. This is the first time this has hit the field, which is Metagross. We are going to hit this with an Earth Power, which is really nice. Oh, that took nothing. Is it like weakness? No, weakness policy. This has taken one round of spikes. And it's currently sitting at just under 70, so around like 67, 68%. So we did about 20 with an Earth Power, which means this thing is super defensive, like AV. This is like double AV set. This team is very, very interesting here. Part of me wants to go Dino Piranha. Because if he's clicking like... we will die to a Psychic Fangs. I'm going to take the risk and go here. Is the hammer on and he misses? That's so unfortunate. I do want to take some time to look at. Terrapagos. This has to be like max HP, max speed F for me to only do like 20%. Into max HP, max speed F, Ogopon is doing like 8%, so we should kill. I think we just Ivy Cudgel here. We're gonna see what his play is. It's into the Boulder, which is the Garchomp again, which takes spikes, and we'll get poisoned if it's not boots. Yeah, that's really good for us. Ivy Cudgel should have made contact. We're gonna see just how Fizz-Defy he is. So he's sitting about right about 60. So he took 24. So we did about 16% with an Ivy Cudgel, which looks like, yeah, max HP, max defense-ish. Which means a knockoff would only do like 22%. And Stomping's doing even less. He probably wants to set Hazard again, right? If he's super defensive, do I outspeed him? With my Trapagos? I would not. I think it's fast. Do we sack the Wheezing here? I think I might sack Wheezing here. Because I want to get my Howlucha's item popped. And if he is super defensive... He does just EQ me. Not bad. I can Encore him with Howlucha here. We're going to go Howlucha. We should now be faster than everything, even a Choice Scarf. We could just EQ him here, because there's a good chance he's Dragon Tail on this set, so we're going to Encore. We could have bulked up, we could have done a lot of things. T-Spikes being up makes it so much easier, because it means like he has to go Iron Moth, which necessarily isn't in the greatest position. Especially taking another round of spikes. We are the first person to lose a Pokemon. Which I should probably take note of. We do get the Encore off. Beautiful. He's going to stay in, which tells me he's probably Dragon Tail. There's EQ again. We know he's Stealth Rock EQ. I think we get a bulk up going here. This thing being poisoned is so solid because it's probably here to wall me. How much are you doing to Iron Moth with an Acro +1? He does withdraw. He goes into the Blastoise here. Is it Boots? It's not. Beautiful. Is lefties. Can't be poisoned because of Misty Surge, which isn't fine. How much are we hitting this with? This for. This thing is offensive at +1. We do a good chunk with a Drain Punch. If we have no item. We're absolutely chunking this with an Acro now. We're just going to click Acro. Now we're going to see how much he takes. This thing is just max HP. It will take 58.8. If it's like max HP, max defense. We're doing like 46. Yeah, that looked like max HP, max defense. He's chilling watering, that's fine. back down to neutral and do 30.9 with this next one. We could Drain Punch here. We would do 20%-ish. A lot less. I will Acro one more time. Chilling Water spam, now we're -1. Now we're doing about 20%. He is sitting at just above 25, like right, just above 30. This next Acro will put him. If we're at -2, we do 15. So the next one should theoretically result. He's probably considering the double into guard shot. Maybe I should have bulked up that turn. He's just going to take it, get put low. I don't mind this too much because this is just a breaker for me. Like, what's he saying at now? Do we kill this next one? Because we are at the -2. And we'll do 15.7. We would not kill. I'm going to bulk up once on the off chance it goes guard shot there. I want this to live. This is a really good set. Chilling Water is such a good brink. The thing is, I don't know if he has Rapid Spin. He protects! That's beautiful. That is beautiful. We're going to get a bulk up here. And we can encore him into the Protect now. Right? We're on -1 now, I believe. Yes, -1, but +2 defense. We'll click Encore. Probably should have clicked Bulk Up. We are going to get the Encore off. That's beautiful. Which means he's going to guaranteed protect this turn. We could Bulk Up again. Or we could hit him with a Drain Punch here. I don't see a reason not to Bulk Up and get back to neutral. We'll be at +3 defense too. Surprised he's not meant. He could have been Mental Herb to stop this. Now that we're back in neutral, we're doing 30% again to this. How much is it at right now? Literally just above 30. So we need an extra. But with one extra boost, we go to 45%. So we'd be. Yeah, he's struggling now, I think, to make a decision. Because this thing coming back in will take spikes and will then be in range of a neutral acrobatics. That Protect probably wasn't the greatest play. Everything is low on his team now. And with Misty Surge permanently gone, things that will be poisoned will be poisoned. Where does he go? He already expects the bulk up. He goes into Lieutenant, which I believe was Iron Hands. We know this is super Spadeffi, plus he gets poisoned here. We are +1 special attack. He could just click Fake Out, but... We're at +3 physical defense. To his very Spadeffi Iron Hands, I want to calc how much I'm doing at neutral with an Acro. Because he's at like 30-40%. Acro does like 30%. That is if he has an investment though, which I think he has max HP. Time is fine for me. He's about just above 50. Do I Drain Punch here to get a bit of HP back? How much would that do? 17.7. We'll recover about 17%. How much will a Wild Charge do? A +3 with my current HP does like 50%. So he would not kill, I don't believe, if after a Drain Punch. He does Fake Out, which I don't know about that one. That puts you in range of Acro, I think. Do a Drain Punch. How much is he at exactly? He's at 20, I have the Acro. This could be the bait play, but I'm just going to go straight for the acrobatics. Is it into Garchomp? It's into Soka, who is Blastoise, which would be a sack here. I think maybe he was expecting the Encore. But no, we're just going to attack. We're going to get a KO here, which is the first KO for Hawlucha. Hawlucha's spreading damage really well. With acrobatics. And Iron Hands can no longer swap into us. Things that can swap into us are getting a lot less. How much does Metagross do to me? Because we are at +3 Phys Def. I'm intrigued how much Iron Moth does, but it's going to have to take a round of those rocks. Like, Drain Punch at neutral into 252 HP would do thingy. Psychic Fangs would do a lot. I'm surprised he hasn't gone into that yet. Metagross. Have we bulked up again? Went to +1, not +4. Oh no, we're at +4. It's the Iron Hands. Okay. He's probably just going for a Fake Out here then. It's probably my prediction. He's just letting this die to poison. Drain Punch would do a lot to it, and Psychic Fangs would do 40%, which is about 150 max, a +4. Have we seen this thing attack yet? We did with the Hammer Arm, but it did not kill. We're gonna go for the Drain Punch on the off chance he doesn't Fake Out here. He does just Fake Out. This is gonna die too. So 2 huge walls on his team dead, which is incredible. Plus Garchomp is super. Everything's getting chipped down by spikes, plus T-spikes. He probably has to go Metagross here. I'm about 128. If I click neutral Drain Punch, I will recover 12.3 of my percent HP, which is about 10% of my HP. It's about 30, so I would live a Varic. Is this the Metagross I expect? Yeah. This gets put down into a good position for me. I don't think he ever revealed the Drain Punch yet, have I? I have not. So if this is like max Phys Def, if it's like max HP, we do 20% to it. We will heal about above 30. And a 160 plus Psychic Fangs into that's in +4, so we would die, I think. I think dying at this point is the correct call. The Drain Punch does more. We're just gonna Drain Punch her. He does Bullet Punches! Wow! And did nothing. Does he not have Psychic Fangs? We're gonna heal up to 142. And now with another Drain Punch, we would live anything. Is he just throwing the towel? Why did he Bullet Punch? I'm so confused. Does he not have anything for me? He doubles into Garchomp, I think. If I had to guess, the Boulder would be Garchomp. Does this die to Spikes? No, it doesn't. This is gonna die to the double up though. Maybe he's thinking he can put me in range of a Bullet Punch, which he definitely cannot. Let's see if he is Rocky Helmet. We go to 181. Rough Skin. And Rocky Helmet, like I expected. Does that die to top Poison? It does. Which means 3 things are dead. But now Metagross has to take 1 more Spikes, which is interesting. Was this how Lucha said just beat him? I'm actually shocked if this how Lucha said has beat him. Plea, which was the Iron Moth question mark? It is. Surely now I die to this. Poison spikes leave the field. What does he have left? He has a Zarude, which is definitely something that can pull this game back, but everything is super low. How much does an acro do to this? I'm off offensive. I'm doing 59. Oh, this could kill very easily. If I am faster. And he doesn't. Okay, so he's defensive. And he's gonna kill me with a sludge wave, right? Yep. Cool. But we did so much there with my Holucha, which is lovely. I mean, Garchomp's dead, right? He has Garchomp, Zarude, and Metagross, which means I have the freedom to go into my Raikou and click a Volt Switch. We are scarfed. There's no reason to scold, we're just going to Volt Switch. Both die to poison. Weezing. We do have... Oh wait, something else died, right? Obviously, Holucha died too. I think he's looking for a way to win now, because it's really tough for him. With my... what I have. Yeah, we're going to kill him with a Volt Switch. Crit did not matter. And then... dies to Raikou, Volt Switch. Review. He has the Zarude plus Metagross left, both which probably have to take spikes. We're super effective to both with this. I'm gonna look at Zarude versus my Ogerpon, which I think was in range. I honestly think it was in range. Unless he scarfs Zarude, which then he would kill me. If he goes super fast into Zarude, I'm gonna fair scarf Zarude. It would be if he has max attack adamant, then he got the highest roll on that first hit. Okay, he's being very slow about this, which makes me think that he might not be scarf on the Zarude. He could very easily make a comeback here with mons like Metagross and Zarude. Although he's Bullet Punch, Hammer Arm. I think he's AV on the Metagross, which means it can't really set up. Let me have a look at this. Zarude sits at 105 speed. So yeah, it would outspeed me with a Scarf easily, which I already knew. This is Zarude on a Scarf. Which, yeah, once again... that would be the absolute highest roll from Zarude's hit. He would have to get the absolute highest roll. Because he has to be scarfed to outspeed me. So I'm just going to click Ivy Cudgel here. He is scarfed and he doesn't get the highest roll again. Bullet Punch might kill me. So I will make the swap. Because, I mean, he has to go for a Bullet Punch for diff now. Does he predict me to predict the Bullet Punch for diff? That is the question. I think I can go Barrascuda pretty safely. I'm looking at this. If he's very offensive, which I don't think he was based on the damage he was dealing. Psychic Fangs doesn't kill me. Psychic Fangs into a Bullet Punch. Would have a roll to kill me. Let's see. It is bullet punch, so there's no way he wins this. I do want to see how much damage he actually was. 281. I'm just gonna do I just click my liquidation? 2, 3, 3, 7, 47, 48, 48. See, he was not as offensive as expected. We're just on liquidation. Bullet punches again. And we are going to win with Barrascuda's liquidation. Beautiful. Great game. I think we had a really good matchup. I mean, our team is just so fast and offensive that how Luchaset really couldn't caught him off guard. I don't think he expected encore on it. He already expected an extra coverage rather than encore. Yeah, but well played. Easily, really well played there still, nonetheless. I think we won. Let me have a look at this. How Lucha died and Weezing died. Tarapagos was alive, Raikou was alive, Ogerpon was alive, and Barrascuda was alive. So yeah, it was a 4-0, which is really good. Really nice start to the season. Obviously, I wish Brandon, best Entry Hazard Gaming, the best of luck in his future matches. But it's really nice to start off with a win. And he played really, really well. I think my team was such a good matchup into him. I think he had to bring that defensive team. I think the only thing maybe is Boots, Spin, Blastoise. That's the only thing that probably would have made things a lot more difficult for me if Spikes weren't up the whole time. But other than that, yeah, really well played to him. It was an honour to play him, someone who's had that much experience. So, yeah, GG's to him, and I wish him all the best of luck in the rest of the season. And I will see you lot in the back next week, week 2. I'm actually not 100% sure on who my opponent is, but whoever they are, we'll see. Okay, guys, bye.